mind to LA with it. Mind to LA with it. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no change. Feel like Ice Cube cause a dead good day. Don't need 3 whips, don't need no race. I'ma keep it simple in the Chevy I skate. Thank the Lord every time I wait. Lace my shoes and I get to that cake. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, had a paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now the money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash nothing, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Hey. They been on it, I'm on the rail. I wrap it, I bag it, I pack it for sale. Got feeling on speed out, I hit me to chill. I give it a thrill, I put it on film. If I get applaud, that ain't real. Come to my section and flex, we can tell. I got a show where she dipping them nails. I'm flipping my L's, I know they can tell. I did it too major, they hit me for favors. Been him since the cable was cut in the cradle. What's up, only right that I do it. Colossal until I'm a fall, so they want me to fail. Look, we prevail. I'm on your tail. Know that they talking, they telling them tales. Just know how to tell, they for the sale. Hey, they talk like they got it, but they need to stop it. I'm leading with logic, my heartbeat is frosted. I seen it, got optics I need it from Shawty. She mean with the top and it's obvious. They need him a target, I'm dodging their darts, make them reach for the stars. I'm dumping, I'm forcing the punt off the runs. I'm moving with caution, I'm saucing my nigga is nothing. From nothing to something they'll never be. Tycooning, I'm Dre with the thizzle face. I'm nothing my section has ever seen. Run the ice so I'm clutch, I don't need a screen. I'm Curry, I spit you from 30 deep. Do the pin in the pad like a surgery. She the curve at you just to flirt with me. Totally tucked out, but the jewels out. I just in a home with a full mouth. I'm a rare breed when the moon out. I'ma stop playing by the rules now. I been ran plays, need a new route. Queen said she needs space in a new house. Mom told me that she pray for the kid every day. No wonder I'm getting paid for the tunes now. If they on their ass, bitch, I'm on the rail. I wrap it, I bag it, I pack it for sale. Got feeling on speed out, I hit me to chill. I give it a thrill, I put it on film. This for sure, get applaud, that ain't real. Come to my section and flex, we can tell. Really on show. Run with it. Run with it. Run with it. I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told ya I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car cards to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told ya I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told ya I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
All this tension, a feeling I never was expecting. I don't see the pros, don't know the cons, forget the whys. Do you know why? Triggered inside this situation. Wonder if we maybe were mistaken. Don't wanna talk, don't wanna see, don't wanna feel it. What is left? I've been thinking about us and the things you say. How you don't feel enough to come share my bed. All I ever wanted was the truth, and I got it. Is it too much to ask? A little conversation, a minute's enough to work out the frustration. There's no need to make me bite the pavement. A little conversation. I don't want your love, just a little conversation. A minute's enough to work out the frustration. There's no need to make me bite the pavement. A little conversation. It hurts me how everything was wasted. Now all the nights seem so overrated. What was it worth? I can't take back, I can't stop feeling. How about you? I've been thinking about us and the things you said. How you don't feel enough to come share my bed. All I ever wanted was the truth, and I got it. Is it too much to ask? A little conversation, a minute's enough to work out the frustration. There's no need to make me bite the pavement. A little conversation. I don't want your love, just a little conversation. A minute's enough to work out the frustration. There's no need to make me bite the pavement. A little conversation. I just wanna lay here inside of your arms. Maybe we could jump back to the start. And you never would talk to me then if we never met, babe. If we never met. Is it too much to ask? A little conversation, a minute's enough to work out the frustration. There's no need to make me bite the pavement. A little conversation. I
hitting like a Mordecai. I ain't regular, feel like Jordan wearing 45. Traumatized, victimized, seen some of my die. Knock you off a base with a bat when them niggas slide. Homicide, genocide, televised, emphasize, perpetuating war. Tell that nigga he gon' pick a side. Hood ties from hood lines, my nigga doing dope lines. Don't run into the cops, that's a big exercise. Don't run into the cops, that's the motto. I don't see it coming to an end like legato. Get chipped like staccato, send a wave through the hood, now it's sounding like vibrato. Why you eat bread with avocado? We be trying to dodge shells before it landing on tomato. Singing all my sorrows on Apollo, I've been trying to pave the way, but they didn't tell me it was potholes. America ain't dreaming, it been scheming when the birth of a nation came from black. We all know it's black genius. Everybody love the culture, they be black by convenience.
Hold on, my killer. You talking way too much conscience. Speak about some girls or some money or some diamonds or something. I'm not telling you to rap, not to rap how you rap, but make something we can vibe to.
Sounding like a real anthem. Shawty saw my wallet, now she think I answer. Whoa, telling me she wanted me to hammer. Trying to get saved, baby, I am not the answer. No, I can never trick. Unless the bitch is my bitch with a kiss on my lips like, I am not a pimp with a lip, I'm a man with a gift, and I'm doing my shit like, tell them other nips, I'm the nip. I'm the man in the city, and my bank account bigger, and my body count bigger, that's without a doubt. I'm 100 steps ahead, that's a lot of mouth, that's a lot of clout. What you all about? What your dollar amount? You a boy scout, I'm a big dog. Tell the truth, I don't get y'all to shoot. Time to corny, motherfucker, turn this shit off, bro. I can't rap how everybody else rap, bro. Everybody talking about hoe, cars, clothes, chains, and money. That shit corny as fuck, bro. Oh God, I don't want to rap about that corny ass shit.
Man, I can't YouTube like everybody else YouTube, man. I don't want to YouTube about that corny. Rip. What's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button. Share this video out to all of your followers. And let's get it cracking, all right? So I apologize in advance. I'm about to try to whip through this stream as fast as possible because we have another stream scheduled on the Reacts podcast channel immediately after this at 3:30, all right? So if you guys are not subscribed to Reacts, don't move a muscle. When this stream is over, it'll take you right into there, okay? If you guys can hear me okay, make sure you guys give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you guys cannot hear me, give me an angry face. I'll work on the mic. All right. I'm not going to be able to do the introductions like I usually do just because I'm rushing. I promise we will get everybody in Reacts. So make sure that you guys watch the stream all the way through to the end. And real quick, I see my man Jay the Informant in the building. The podcast will also be streaming on Jay's channel. Another reason why you guys should go over there and make sure you guys show him some love and follow him. So, Jay, if you could drop your link in the chat for everybody to go check you out, I'm sure by the time the stream is over, you'll have at least 23 new subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Ryan Glenn, Carlton Way, Tedra, Katsy. Look, I said I wasn't going to do this. Terrence, DeAndre, Faith and Lighten, Carlton Way. My man PD Chicago B1 is in the building. Val Williams up in here. My man AB Promotions. Let me see who else we got. Mimi is in the house. We got Vega under a new alias, Ad Hara. DJ Elmo, shout out to DJ Elmo. And yeah, I actually covered that Cash App situation in that live stream that I did with Rolo Tomasi and Sneeko. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lloyd Sky 9. And I think we got everybody. We get everybody? Emmanuel Carey is in here. Shout out to Emmanuel Carey. Terrence Jackson is in the building. Shout out to Terrence Jackson. And hey, Mr. Knickerbocker, make sure you guys show her some love. Drop some radiation emoji for her because she helped your boy out with a Cash App, which definitely helps. My man Mike Mellis John is up in here. And my man Ali 81 Scunnit in the building. All right. So shout out to everybody. Bang on those likes. All right. So this is one of those crimes that you won't hear too much about, all right? And you won't hear too much about it on Crimecast because your boy hasn't had time to get the Crimecast in. But trust me, I'm going to try to get one in before the end of this week. An ex-LAPD officer was arrested and charged with committing lewd acts on children. Now, here's my question for you guys. How often does this occur? Happens all the time. all the time. Literally every day, every single week, I could have an article where we're talking about something that's either some cop did or some ex-cop, and it's still going on. Still going on. Former Los Angeles Police Department officer faces an arraignment on charges of committing lewd acts on 4 young boys, and sheriff officials put a call out Monday for any possible additional victims to come forward. So this Los Angeles Police Department officer is accused of committing lewd acts on 4 young boys. Shout out to my man Kid Gravity. What's good with it, bro? You know what I'm saying? Paul Razzo, who is 46. Paul Razzo, I thought we committed all the crimes. Thank goodness we didn't commit this one. John Morant is bad enough, but he ain't this damn bad. Everybody put some fire emoji in the chat and some pom-poms for my cheerleaders out there. John Morant ain't as bad as this guy. I mean, like, if I was going to get in trouble for something, I'd rather get in trouble for flashing a pipe than actually flashing my pipe. John Morant doesn't have any social responsibility to anybody, but this guy sure does. And look what he did with it. Look what he did with everybody. Get a good look at that crooked ass face up there on the screen. Get a good look at it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in here would be better off not being that guy. And shout out to JD Informant for dropping his channel link. And yo, Kid Gravity, drop your channel link in the chat too, bro. Anybody that's a content creator that's in here, make sure you guys drop your link. All right. Razzo was scheduled to appear in court on Monday, but his arraignment was delayed until Tuesday. He remains jailed in lieu of a $2.5 million bail. According to the district attorney's office, Razzo allegedly committed the lewd acts. All right. He allegedly committed the lewd acts at his home. So he had these 4 young boys allegedly at his home, which sheriff officials said was in the 48 block of Brightview Drive in the Covina area. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Is there anybody from Cali in here that's familiar with the Covina area? Anybody familiar with that area? Got a question. For statistical purposes, that wouldn't happen to be the suburbs now, would it? that wouldn't happen to be the suburbs, would it? Just another reason why it's so hard to survive the suburbs. A DA statement said alleged victims were known to Razzo through personal relationships. Not only did this guy betray the public, this guy betrayed his personal relationships too. This guy betrayed his personal relationships. What a rose. The children ranged in age from roughly 9 to 13 years old when the alleged abuse began, prosecutors said. The alleged crimes occurred between 2006 and 2017. So that's about 11 years worth of crime, according to the district attorney's office. Well, if you're letting somebody commit crime consecutively for 11 years, I mean, it makes sense that the crime statistics for that group of people would be significantly less than the ones that you profile, because you even profile the innocent and try to find something on them. Right? If I'm right, give me a thumbs up. If I'm wrong, correct me. The allegations of sexual abuse against vulnerable children in this case are deeply disturbing, and it is particularly troubling that the defendant was a law enforcement officer at the time. So he was in what kind of laws was he enforcing? know what I'm saying? He definitely wasn't enforcing the law of the land. And he definitely wasn't enforcing the law of nature. Because that's not human nature, what he did. Now, is it? That's not human nature. Sheesh. District Attorney George Gaskin said in a statement, childhood sexual abuse causes immeasurable harm, and our hearts go out to the victim who were victimized by someone they trusted. We will do everything in our power to ensure they have access to the support and resources they need to heal. Sexual abuse of any kind is a heinous crime, and we will not tolerate it in our community. Well, Mr. Gaskin, you failed your community because these sexual crimes here appear to be tolerated for about 11 years. These were tolerated by about 11 years, so there was a community failure on the part of the criminal that committed the crime because, I mean, who does that? And then there was also a little bit of maybe over trusting in your own community, not knowing what your own community is capable of, because you clearly let this trusted member of the community who shouldn't have been trusted, but your community trusted him. Matter of fact, I think the community, this particular community, should be an accomplice to this crime, because not only did this community put this individual in the proximity of this quote unquote trusted individual by giving them their trust, but they also allowed these crimes to persist for 11 years. And then talk about they love the kids. All three of these guys were kids. Do you guys hear anybody talking about this like that on the news or anything? If you guys heard about this story, give me a thumbs up. If you guys didn't hear about this story, give me a thumbs down. So now here it says the LA Police Department declined to provide any details of Razzo's employment, referring all calls to the Sheriff Department. Prosecutor said he left the LAPD in April. Well, now here's the thing. I mean, does it matter when he left? He was allowed to be on the force the entire time while he was doing the nasty. Now, how come all the major news medias aren't talking about this? See, that's the question. In a statement, sheriff's officials said, based on the nature and allegations and Mr. Razzo's access to children, detective believes there may be additional unidentified victims. Sheriff's officials asked anyone with information or who believes they may have been victimized to contact the Special Victims Bureau at 877-710-5273 or Special Victims Bureau, LASD.org. Anonymous tips can be made through Crime Stoppers at 800-222-TIPS. In 2018, Razzo received an LAPD Medal of Valor for pulling a man out of a burning car that he saw crash in July of 2016 in Glendora while off duty. Well, thank goodness, while he was off duty, he wasn't doing the same things that he was doing while he was on duty. What do you guys think about that? Pretty nasty, huh? That's the first crash test dummy. The second one is one that you guys are already familiar with. An idiot named Jay Morant. Now, do you guys remember the video that we did on Just Talking with TD and Robb about John Morant, I'm sorry. If you guys remember that video, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't remember that video, give me a thumbs down. Did you guys see that? Me and TD did that? Well, he's back in the news because attention is a hell of a drug. How many people have gotten high on attention? If you guys have ever gotten high on attention, give me a thumbs up in the comment section. If you haven't gotten high on attention, well, you know what to do. It's not always the best thing. Sometimes too much of a good thing is a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? John Morant appears to flash gun in Instagram live video again 2 months after strip club incident. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Should somebody this intelligent be somebody that's getting paid so much with all the opportunities that he has? Do you guys think that there's a reason why idiots get the highest paychecks? You guys ever notice it's the one that's at your job? You ever notice that it's the dumbest people in the world that are your boss? If you guys have ever noticed any of those things, give me a thumbs up. If you guys haven't ever noticed them, give me a thumbs down. It must be me. I must just live in a fantasy world, possibly. But I actually think that that's true. Stupidity and ignorance are awarded in this world. You guys saw the cop that we just talked about was given an award, Valiant Officer Award. Morant is getting paid millions of dollars. The United States has socially engineered conditions that translate into genetic engineering. There's a reason why the people pick the people that they pick, and why many of those people come from where they come from and from who they come from. I'm going to be doing a stream later on in the week, and we're going to be talking about slave breeding. And then I just want you to make observations. Just make some observations. Because the thing is that I'm not doing that content about slave breeding for any political reason. Because that's political shame, blame, and explain. Look what you all did to us. You petri dished us like we were some giant experiment. Well, guess what? We don't care. You're supporting our economy, and you're not going to do anything about it. So why tell us about what we did to you? We know what we did to you, and we're currently benefiting from it. And we're benefiting from it so much so that we're confident enough to say, you're not going to do anything about it anyway. And that's why we're going to keep doing it. So how is shame, blame, and explain going to help anything when it comes to the politics? When they use all of the disparities that they talk about as measuring sticks to make sure that society is still where they need it at. You know, the racial wealth gap is absolutely a metric of privilege. You don't think that they keep those statistics for dual purposes? All of those metrics are all metrics that are indicators of whether the quote-unquote system works. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. So if all of the metrics are in the red, and they're in the red for us, that's exactly where they're supposed to be. Do you think that that could be a possible reason why nothing has changed over all of these years? Because the purpose of a lot of these outside things is to make sure that those ratios stay in the privilege zone. Well, we need the racial wealth gap to be XYZ. If it approaches X, we're going to start having some problems. We're going to start losing some power. So one way to mitigate that risk is to give an idiot money. Because an idiot is never going to be a threat with the money. An idiot with money is only a threat to bystanders, his friends, and himself. He's not a threat to any kind of overarching terrorist organization that's dominated the world. What has Morant done to hurt anybody else? He's hurt people around him, his teams, you know what I'm saying? Negative publicity on the team. And he's hurt himself because he looks like a clown, he looks like a goofball, and he's gotten suspended multiple times as a result of his own actions. But you doing it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing it. So, would you guys go out on a limb to say that when it comes to getting a paycheck in this world, it seems like, quote unquote, the people paying the paychecks, they really like to find crash dummies and write checks to them. Do you guys notice that? Man, if only I had that money, I wouldn't spoil it. I know. That's why you don't have it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't have it. That's why you didn't get it. Let me ask you something. If you're a sniper and you're on enemy territory, you think the enemy is going to give you a gun that has an accurate aim, lighting, and an accurate trajectory? Very little margin of error? They're not going to do that. Why would they do that? It doesn't make any sense. And because it doesn't make any sense, it's definitely trying to justify doing that is definitely not going to happen. Would you guys agree? Seriously, let me know. This is a discussion. Let me know. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. So now here it says an Instagram live video from Saturday showed Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant appearing to hold a gun in the car more than 2 months after he flashed a gun during an Instagram live video in a Denver area strip club that led to an 8-game suspension. Let me ask you guys a question. Will Ja Morant get in more trouble before it's all said and done? Shout out to DSB. It's clear that he has a pattern of doing the same thing multiple times, isn't it? So my question to you guys is he going to do the same thing? Is he going to do the same thing? If he's going to do the same thing, give me a thumbs up. If he's not going to do the same thing, give me a thumbs down. If you ask me, I'm willing to bet that he would probably do something else dumb before we hear the last of him. Shout out to DSA. What's good with it? And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why he was picked. He was a pick me for real. You know what I'm saying? In clips captured on social media from an Instagram live by the account _DTap2, Morant is briefly shown holding what appears to be a gun before the video cuts away from him. Morant was suspended from all Grizzlies activities on Sunday. Now, that's interesting. Here's my question. Do they have hardcore evidence, undeniable proof that it was a gun, and is he facing any criminal charges? Let me know in the comment section. I need the answers to those questions. Also, if you're watching this video on the replay, make sure that you leave the answers to those questions in the comment section. Okay. And also, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't smashed a like, we got 40 people watching. Shout out and thank you to all 40 people that are here. And we got 34 likes. If you guys can even that up, smash that like button, take a moment, share the video to your social media. That would be great. And also, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the backup channels. On March 4th, the 23-year-old guard was seen on Instagram live brandishing a gun at Shotgun Willie's in Glendale, Colorado. Morant, who said the gun wasn't his, left the team and entered a counseling program and was later given the 8-day given the 8-game ban by the NBA. Glendale police said in March there was not enough available evidence to charge anyone with a crime after investigating the incident. Now, they said that there wasn't enough available evidence to charge anyone with a crime. So my question is, why did he get suspended? Is that against some kind of NBA policy? Let me know. And DSA says that he's having some issues with the sound. If you guys can hear me okay, give me a thumbs up. If you guys can't hear me, give me a thumbs down or an angry face. Sound check. Sound check. Vegas says she doesn't hear it. It's not who I am. I don't condone any type of violence, but I've taken responsibility for my actions. Morant told NBA analyst and post columnist Jalen Rose on ESPN on March 15th. Well, he wasn't engaged in any violence, so why is he even mentioning violence? It's not even called violence when you choke somebody to death from the back. All he did was flash a gun, and he's not condoning violence. Everybody else condones violence, especially when it's a good Samaritan. And I mean, seeing how this guy didn't get convicted of a crime, you know what I'm saying? It's arguable to say that he's good. You know, at least in most people's eyes, if you don't commit crimes, you're good. You know what I'm saying? See how that works? Sounds good. All right, good. Sounds good. You guys see how that works? That works, doesn't it? That works pretty good, doesn't it? That's not bad, is it? So here's these pictures, and then you know this is the image here. All right. Here's another picture with the image. Here's my question: why is he doing this? Is this necessary? Oh yeah, let Stephen A talk. It sounds like he deleted a village, which is interesting because somebody damn near actually did delete a village, and people aren't really talking about that too much. He was convicted of gun dancing. What kind of penalty does that come with, ladies and gentlemen? What kind of penalty does gun dancing come with? Anybody know? He's embracing stupidity. Facts. So now here it says Morant also said he was going to show everybody who Ja really is, what I'm about, and change this narrative that nobody got painted over me. I don't know what he means. I don't know what he's talking about there. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver commented on the incident after Morant was suspended. Ja's conduct was irresponsible, reckless, and potentially very dangerous, Silver said in a statement. It also has serious consequences given his enormous following and influence. Now, here's my thing, right? If people are influencing and following somebody who does dumb stuff, what is that encouraging the followers to do? And his following is enormous. So that means that an enormous number of people are getting influenced. So now, is this a good influence on that enormous amount of people? Or a bad influence on an enormous amount of people? Would you recommend people that you know to follow Jay Morant's footsteps to a life of productivity, prosperity, and good decisions? Is that how that looks? You know what I'm saying? Cameron said, what kind of gun is that going to be when it grows up? Oh, that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? That's terrible. Roasting his gun. You know what I'm saying? It like that gun. It was like it was that gun's first day of school, didn't it? that gun's nickname. It's not AR. It's JR. You know what I'm saying? That's a motherfucking JR-15. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That's what that is. A little junior ass gun. Hey, Dad. What is it, Junior? I want to shoot as accurate as you when I get older. Well, son, one of these days when you grow up and you can handle more clips, you'll be just like your father. Oh, man, that's hilarious. That's funny as hell. JR-15, you know what I'm saying? A real American hero. And Ja Morant is a real American zero. You know what I'm saying? He has expressed sincere remorse for his behavior. So remorseful that the idiot went out and did it again. Let me tell you guys something about somebody that wears this kind of yarn in their hair. Okay, especially being a man. If you're wearing yarn in your hair, like these 4 pieces right here can be used to crochet a damn quilt, you can't be trusted. You know what I'm saying? You can't be trusted. I don't trust nobody with no damn yarn ass hair. One of the reasons I stopped watching that bullshit like Raggedy Ann and Andy and shit like that when I was a kid. And he got some damn Wolverine claw marks in his damn eyebrows. Don't trust somebody like that. Don't trust somebody like that. I'm trying to tell you. You see all that red flag shit, go the other direction and tell them thank you. Thank you for having that weird ass hair, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was actually about to sit down and think I could do something with you, but then when I seen your silly ass was looking like Joanne Fabrics in the head, I was like, let me go on about my business. You know what I'm saying? I thought that we could get some we could get some business accomplished. You know what I'm saying? We could chop it up like some grown men. And then I noticed your eye looked like Wolverine took a swipe at you. And listen, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I watched the X-Men, and if you got a problem with Wolverine, bro, something really wrong with you. It looked like he took a good swipe at your eye. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of suspicious of you. I'm kind of suspicious of you. You know what I'm saying? If you guys haven't smashed that like button, make sure you guys smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, make sure you guys hit the bell. Ja Morant is a crash test dummy, and the airbag is full of stacks of dollar bills. How you guys feel about that? What did they say back in the 1980s? I know because I was alive back then. That's how old my ass is. You can learn a lot from a dummy. What do people learn about Ja Morant? One thing that you should learn about Ja Morant is somebody like Ja Morant will always have a bigger paycheck than you, because he's not going to be a threat to take over the damn company. So now that's some career advice for everybody. If you want to maximize your income on your careerbuilder.com profile, on Indeed, whatever it might be that you might use, make sure you highlight idiot under strengths and weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? If you do that, you are guaranteed to reap the benefits of a large paycheck. You know what I'm saying? And you won't have to do much because the expectations will be low. The smart, hardworking person at your job will actually be the one that has to work harder and hold the company together while you sit there and mess up everything. Because that's how things go. Because the world is correct. What business owner wants somebody on the business property that's actually a threat to take over and rival the business one day? So here in the United States Corporation, in the Human Resource Office, Washington, D.C., do you think that the United States is exactly how it was planned to be? Now, the only way that those people would deviate away from their plans is if any suggestion that might be brought forth benefits them more than it benefits anybody else. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Let me know what you think. Ja Morant suspended after video shows Grizzly star with gun. This is on May 14th of 2023 at 11:43 a.m. So apparently at this point, ESPN is writing this as if they've confirmed that it's a gun. Shout out to you guys for hitting the ×3 combo. Y'all got to get that ×15. You know what I'm saying? The Memphis Grizzlies have suspended Ja Morant from all team activities after a video showing the star guard, and he's the star guard, holding a gun, began circulating on social media Saturday night. The Grizzlies announced a suspension, which is pending a league review, in a statement Saturday, 2 months after the NBA suspended Morant over a similar incident. The team did not provide further comment. Now, let me ask you guys a question. If they punish Morant, because honestly, I think Morant will get a slap on the wrist. I don't think he's going to get a punishment. Shout out to my man, Torian Rain. Torian said, I agree, and still unsubscribing. Now, my question for you guys is, do you all think that Ja Morant's prior incident with the gun is going to have any kind of bearing on what he deals with this most recent issue? If you guys think it is, let me know. If you guys don't think that it is, also let me know. Okay. We are aware of the social media posts involving Ja Morant and are in the process of gathering more information. NBA spokesperson Mike Bass said in a statement on Sunday. Now, remember, so in the last one, all right, they're talking about they're in the process of gathering more information. At the end of the one in Colorado, he wasn't charged with a crime, but yet none of the suspension or anything went back. He still had to endure the suspension. So now my question is, what kind of investigation does the NBA actually do? And if the NBA doesn't react to new information that comes out, what's the point of the NBA even doing an investigation? I mean, like, you're not gonna look at your results or anything. So why even bother? I mean, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Cameron says, yeah, but did he commit a crime? Right. That's the question. Did he commit a crime? And if he didn't commit a crime, then how is all of this happening? It doesn't matter what something looks like. What matters is what's proven, and what matters is what's on the books with the court. Because if it's not any of that, if it's not there, then figuratively it didn't happen. Right. That's the question. Did he waive his Second Amendment rights? And how does one do that? The likelihood of him actually doing that is probably very low. You know what I'm saying? On Saturday, let's see, the video has since been deleted. Morant left the Grizzlies and entered a counseling program in March after a video showed him holding a gun while intoxicated at a Denver club when the Grizzlies were in town to play with the Nuggets. Now, here's my question. Why does that require going to counseling? Let me ask you guys, is that something that should require going to counseling? You know what's interesting? They didn't even recommend counseling for that police officer. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to everybody that's watching. We got 51 live viewers and we have 41 likes. If everybody can take a moment and smash that like button, bang on that like button, share the video out, subscribe to the backup channels. You know, that's the question. These are the questions that we got to ask. He was eventually suspended 8 games after meeting with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, who called Morant's conduct irresponsible, reckless, and potentially very dangerous. How? Are we just saying things now, or is there a reason why all of that was said? Seriously, like, you know how it's easy to just for people to get in an outrage? Okay, so he was at a club and he had a gun. You know what's fascinating? When these kids get these guns from their parents and go and tear up the school or shoot up a bunch of people, they don't say half of this stuff. And people actually end up, you know what I'm saying, getting bullets in them, dealing with them kids. You know how we be talking about them folks? We got to start talking about them kids. If you agree, them kids might be almost as dangerous as them folks. Give me a thumbs up. If you disagree, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I'm just saying, the kids got guns. At the time of the suspension, Morant told ESPN in an interview that he realizes what I have to lose and said he would try to be more responsible, smarter, staying away from all the bad decisions. Well, if he considers these decisions bad, well, he didn't stay away from them, right? So, he's considering his decisions bad and he's staying away from them. Me personally, I would have said I'd do whatever the hell I want to do. And as long as I'm not committing a crime, you can stay out of my business. I can go wherever I want. I can do whatever I want. I can drink whatever I want. I can smoke whatever I want. If you don't have no police report, if you don't have no court affidavit, watch what you say before you find yourself with a court affidavit, but the one taking you there for libel and slander. But see, Ja Morant ain't no beast like that. That's why he got to flash a gun. Morant has been involved in several off-court incidents over the past year. He is being sued by a high school prospect after a fight during a pickup game in Morant's backyard, where Morant and Pack are alleged to have punched the boy in the head. How many people heard about this? I didn't know nothing about this. If you guys knew about this, give me a thumbs up. If you guys didn't, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, them folks versus them kids, and them folks be having them kids. Them folks and them kids be in the same family, and it'd be a gamble of who survives who. You know what I'm saying? The teenager told police that Morant entered his house after the fight, came back outside with a gun in his waistband. Pack was banned from attending games at Memphis FedEx Forum after a post-game confrontation with Pacers traveling party. Pack was escorted out of his courtside seat after stepping onto the floor during the game to confront the Pacers player. After the game, following an argument between Morant's associates and members of the Pacers traveling party in the arena's loading dock area, a red laser pointed from an SUV in which Morant was riding. An NBA investigation could not corroborate that any individual threatened others with a gun. Now, that's interesting. What if it was one of them laser pins? Nah, shout out to Finance Man. No, I didn't say they need more reason to suspend him. We didn't try to justify or not justify the suspension. I think what it is, I think the part that you came in on was the part where I asked, would his past actions contribute to whatever punishment he gets with his current suspension? Carlton said it was probably a chopper rat. Chopper City, Maine. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to BG, the Juvie, coming with them choppers, you heard? In the wake of the Grizzlies' first-round playoff elimination, Morant said he needed to be more disciplined. I've just got to be better with my decision-making, he said after a 125-85 loss to the Lakers on April 28th. That's pretty much it. Off-court issues affected us as an organization pretty much. Just need more discipline. Now, here's my question. How do you need discipline from doing stuff like that? Has anybody gotten the urge to be an idiot and you just can't control it, so you need discipline? Has anybody ever had that urge? I've never had that urge. So my question is, where does that urge come from? How does one get it? Why would you have it? What's the purpose of that? See, to me, if you're a grown ass man and you're acting like that, there's something missing. There's something going on inside of your head. You ever heard of a midlife crisis? I think there's a such thing as an entire life crisis. And I think some people have them all the time, and it's just not called that because the American Psychological Association hasn't come up with that as a definition. But if you just look at some people's life, I think like people call them a train wreck. Would you guys agree that people like John Morant are having a quote unquote midlife crisis, an entire midlife crisis? Now, how does one start to have an entire midlife crisis? How does that happen? And there could be people watching this video right now. This hits home because they just thought and realized that their entire life has been a crisis. How does that happen? How does that occur? You know what I'm saying? He says he's got to be better with his decision making. Now, here's my question. Do you believe him? See, here's the thing. I don't care what it is that he did, but my thing is that he made a commitment. He put himself in that situation by making a commitment. And the thing is that now he's showing that he's not able to fulfill those commitments. DJ Elmo says his internal locus of control is corrupted. I agree. Blaxploitation says they are already people caping for him. Colin Cowherd said he's just a kid. Homeboy is gonna skate. Well, here's the thing. They said that the people that committed January 6th were just kids. You know what I'm saying? So now you got people using the same arguments as January 6th idiots. He's not a kid. He's a grown-ass man. And if he was a kid, he definitely shouldn't be handling some damn gun. Right? You know? Now, let me ask you guys a question. Do you think that this exact reason of how he's chaotic is the reason why the company chose to invest the money in him? How much of a threat do you see somebody like John Morant being to the NBA as possibly unifying players and getting a majority stake and then expanding that out and buying stadiums and clothing brands and stuff like that? Do you see somebody that has a pattern of behavior like John Morant capable of doing higher level things like that? What's a John Morant's retirement plan? What's a John Morant retirement plan look like? Let me know. Give me the rundown. Location, activities. What does a John Morant retirement plan look like? Something to think about. Morant, look at this. Morant had a 5-year, $194 million max contract, and that's what he decided to do. He must. That's what he decided to do. How smart was that? Do you think that somebody that makes decisions like that, when you have that kind of money, is ever going to be any kind of threat to society? If you guys think that he is, then give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't think that he is, give me a thumbs down. And shout out to Faith and Lighten for answering StreamBot. Let me know. So now here's the question. You got to ask yourself, why would you pay $194 million to somebody that you know is going to do this? What's the benefit in that? Where's the reward in that? Why would a company continue to pay somebody that did this? Now, remember, the thing is that the company ultimately chose to do that. This company not only chose him, right? They also continued to choose him after the first event. So what that means is that the company is interested in what he's doing. They're interested in what he's doing on the court, and they're interested in what he's doing off the court. What do you think the company finds the most interesting about him? Do you think that they could find how stupid he is the most interesting thing about him? And they know that they can give you a big ticket price, and then when you don't fulfill your commitment, drop that ticket and also destroy your life and the rest of your possible career? So they could play with you like a game and you won't see it coming for the same reason that you're not a threat to the company because you're dumb. What do you guys think? It could have escalated to a super max if he had made all NBA this season. So he could have got more money. He was not voted onto that team, which cost him about $31 or $39 million in future earnings. So he dropped the $39 million bag. Probably his outside activities had a lot to do with that. And shout out to Vega for answering the Nightbot. So here's my question. Why does the NBA, the NFL, why do they keep recruiting and paying people like this? The NBA and the NFL clearly have a desire and are wanting and looking for dysfunctional people to represent their organization. Now, my question is, why is that what they recruit for? Why is that what they look for? Why do they do that? See, that's the question that people need to ask. He has endorsement deals with Nike and Powerade, though the sports drink company pulled an ad featuring Morant almost immediately after the March video emerged. So he dropped more bags. He's habitually dropping bags. You know what I'm saying? Why is this guy habitually dropping bags? Where do you think he learned that from? A Powerade spokesperson told ESPN Michelle Steele on Monday, at this time, we do not have any Ja-related content running. So he dropped another bag. So now let me ask you guys a question. If you're dropping bags on your own, who gets the blame for that? That's the question. Who gets the blame for that? And remember, it said earlier that Ja Morant had a large social media following. So if he got a large following, then that means that there's a lot of people that are following what he does. Look at on YouTube. Look at how many people follow people on YouTube. And they literally do the exact same things that the people that they listen to do. It's crazy. They actually think that YouTube talking points or YouTube reality will hold up any weight in the outside world. It's crazy. And they find out that it doesn't work all the time. which is we're going to be talking about that in the next stream. So if you guys are not subscribed to Reacts, stay here. Don't move a muscle. The stream on Reacts will start immediately after this stream. We're going to check out real quick what your boy Skip and Shannon said. And ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't smashed a like, make sure you guys smash that like. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, make sure you guys hit that bell.
Shannon, what's your reaction to these latest developments?
Skip, I think a lot of people say I wanted me to come out here today and say I'm surprised, I'm shocked, I'm disappointed in Ja's behavior. And I'm not. I said before, the best apology is change behavior. And when he was going through all this diatribe about what he learned about being away from the game, Skip, and how important it was to him, I say I see better than I hear. I heard everything Ja said. Now I say, now moving forward, I'm going to see if the behavior meets what he said. And clear, right on. And so at this point in time, Skip, where I am, I'm not even upset at Ja.
What do you guys think about what Shay said? What do you guys think about what Shay said? Let me know in the comment section.
I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed. I'm not embarrassed. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm disappointed. I'm disgusted by the people that defended him. Because that's what got us here. That's what got us here, Skip. Oh,
so now here go my question. He said by the people that defended him. Here's my question. Who defended him? Did you guys see the video that TD and I did about this? If you guys saw the video that me and TD did on Just Talking with TD and Rob, give me a thumbs up. If you guys didn't see that video, give me a thumbs down. I gotta agree with Tedra. Tedra says the sports leagues only want the players to make them money. They get rid of them after they're done with them. Facts. If you guys agree with Tedra, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. That's facts.
You hating on Ja. You were Uncle Tom. You rucker. You fuck that.
I don't know who this is.
The same people that Ja.
Oh, see, that's hurt. That when people go in on Shay Shay and call him Uncle Tom, that hurts his heart. He had to he had to go run to the manager. He had to go to Skip and tell him, "They'd be calling me Uncle Tom." Ooh, that hurts his soul. that hurts your soul. That's crazy. That hurts your soul more than that pink suit.
In the comments that Ja be like.
Oh, these are Twitter.
Yeah.
Not Grizzlies.
No.
Okay.
The clicks and the mentions and the likes, why he does everything that he does. Skip, I need somebody to tell me the fascination he has with guns and feel that he needs to be on IG Live, that he needs to see people's.
What about all those family pictures with guns? What about all those family pictures where it be those 5, 6, 7, and 8-year-olds with an AR-15 in front of a Christmas tree on Facebook? You know what I'm saying? He's not allowed to be fascinated with guns, but have you ever been to a gun show? I have, and I tell you what, most of the people at the gun show who have a fascination with guns, they don't look like Ja Morant. But it's interesting, though, you know what I'm saying, to listen to Shay Shay's talk.
See him with that tool on him. What is that? Is that the only way you could listen to young boy, NBA young boy Skip? Is that you got to have that stick and bob and weaving and bouncing and your homeboys.
That iron.
Yeah, Skip, he want that. Hey, you know I told that fire with me now.
Yeah.
Skip.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. When there's a white player that's not, been involved in good activities, like I think there was a white football player and he played for the Jets, and I think he ended up messing around with his mom's I think he ended up messing around with his friend's mom. Right. I don't even think they talked about that at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they even talked about that at all. But we'll see.
I get it. Because I've had homeboys, and my homeboys look at me. They don't look at me as Shannon Sharp, the guy you see on TV, the guy in the NFL. So when they would ask me, man, I went to Savannah State. You know Shannon Sharp? That's my best friend. Call him. No. I don't need to impress you by picking up the phone and calling him. I don't know why Ja homeboys need to put, every time Ja get around, they need to be on IG Live. Ja roll with you. That should be good enough. That should be all the validation you need.
So, I mean, look, this is all I'm saying. And see, and the thing is like, there's people that have a specialty to do that kind of stuff. And one of the reasons why this kind of job pays so good It's because people don't have any morals. You know what's crazy that I've seen on social media? I've seen on social media, even people that's not even affiliated with media. Everybody has like the most negative things to say about black people at all times. You can get somebody up on a microphone and man, they can run down the line to make themselves seem like they're just amazing when they're not that amazing at all. You're just a basic bitch. You know what I'm saying? You're just a basic bitch. But when it comes to up talking people, seems like people start babbling and stuttering. And honestly, I think that at the point that we're at in history, I think that a lot of us aren't even capable of up talking ourselves. It would be interesting if people had a up talk challenge, but that's probably not something that you'll ever see on TikTok. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Don't move a muscle. Stay right there. We will be live shortly on Reacts, and I will catch you all on the next video. All right? Peace.